Things that girls find attractive in men, part 1. Hands. If you've got a really big hand, it can just like wrap around the girl's hand, and it's just so nice to feel like you're safe. Their smell, like for example, my boyfriend wears like Dior Sauvage and like all these nice smelling like deodorants, and I'm just like, ugh. Girls really love it when a man can take care of himself, like nice hair, nice skin, beautiful eyes. Like James has the most fucking gorgeous eyes in the world, like really blue, long eyelashes, like I'm jealous. Us girls like guys that have good intentions, guys that know what they want to do. They'll do anything to get to where they want to be. If you like this video, make sure you follow me for part 2.
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money, travel.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out, which are typically 9 a.m. Eastern time. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if it feels like I'm talking about you, you really need to check yourself, including the guys too.
Nigga, what?
If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. My second channel has nothing to deal with women. All right, guys, today I'm going to be talking about signs you're an attractive man and women are going to come for you in the year 2022. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this, it's not to jump on the women's side and start telling guys like, hey, you should be in relationships, you should get married, you should do this, and you should do that. No, we're not going to do that. I don't jump ship. What I'm doing is I'm giving you signs that you may be more attractive than what you think. And a lot of you guys out there, you can get the women, you just are insecure inside that you don't have enough confidence. Most of the guys in this space that are mad at women, they're mad at the women that they can't get, and the women that they can't get are thoughts. So bottom line, a lot of you guys are just addicted to the wrong woman that you're scared if you get with her, she's gonna hurt you all over again because subconsciously you know she's the wrong woman. So today I'm gonna be specifically talking to the guys who are gonna have an alpha attractive aura in the year 2022. And trust me, it's not about the looks. It's about the attitude. Women pay attention to actions more than they do physicality. A lot of guys would be like, well, the good-looking guys get hit on all the time. No, they don't. Only when you're like 18, 19, and 20, you can walk around with a six-pack and get women. It doesn't work in your 30s. You'll know that if you was outside. You're not outside. By the time people get to 25, they realize that love is not a fairy tale because they got to get up and go to work, they got to pay bills, and they got to deal with different people in their environment. When you sit inside the house all day, your only truth to reality is what you done learned from somebody else. So somebody else done told you all the good-looking guys get hit on. No. The older you get, the less a woman's gonna hit on an attractive woman, on an attractive man, because it's gonna boil down to status, looks, and alpha attitude. You know how many guys got money and good looks, but their personality is just, brah. Women don't like that. All right, let's get to it. First, you got your life together. All right, that's a big sign. When you got your life together and you built a career, you're not gonna be looking at women the same. And the reason why you don't look at women the same is because you have to play a different psychological game when you wake up. This is something that a lot of guys out there don't get. They don't understand that when you build a career, you have to be able to adapt to the people that you're doing contracts with or the boss that you have to go to work with. So your job actually becomes your life because in order for you to keep your job, especially a successful job in a business, you must possess that job. You must always be thinking about that job. So what does that do? That's less attention that you're giving to women. Women can see a man who's focused and they can see a man who's not focused because a man who's not focused has all the time in the world to worry about what she is doing. He's very emotional. Focused men remove their emotions from everything because you have to think logically in order for you to stay focused to keep from being distracted. Too many of you are distracted by love because you have no distraction to your purpose. But this year, women don't want to work no more. The OnlyFans thing is not going to work anymore. Running around here pretending to be a thought, all of that is going to play out in 2022 because it's oversaturated now. So when women hit a wall and they feel cornered, the first thing that they do is they humble themselves down. You're going to see a lot of women humble themselves, but they're going to be mainly focused on the guy who's focused on the career, and they're going to start aiming for you. Trust me, when she starts seeing that you're locked in, she starts seeing it as a sense of security. She's not going to care what you look like. If you stop and look at most guys that have women, they all got dad bods, but they're successful. Next, you're not affected by women's nature anymore. All right? You have to realize women are in a loop themselves, that when they start dating guys, it's always the same type of conversations. It's always the same movements. She already know who she's going to ghost and who she's not going to ghost. Basically, when a woman starts playing a game, it becomes entertainment to her. She loses respect for men whenever she could continue to play this game. She starts to think, I have men figured out. All I do is act like this. All I do is talk like this. All I got to do is just lift my skirt up. All I got to do is wear tight clothes. And then all of a sudden, I have power over men. Well, guess what? When you're focused, you're building your career, you may not be in the gym looking at her. You may not be walking somewhere looking at her. She's going to want to throw herself in front of you because your brain is here, but your mind is on your dream and your purpose. You got to realize that. When you're on your dream and your purpose, you may not even shower every day. You may not even get enough sleep because you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. When you're that focused on yourself, you do not have time to even pay attention to woman's nature. Woman's nature becomes immature nature to you. When you start looking at a woman like she's a little girl, she's going to start looking at you as a father figure. When she's looking at you as a father figure, then she's going to start to respect you. After she respects you, that's when a woman starts to fall in love with you. For her to respect you, she has to think that you're something alpha that she should be attached to. This is why a lot of women will attach to the same guy if he got the whole package, if he got the career, if he got the alphaness, and he ignores women's nature. Next, you have a high emotional IQ. What do I mean by you develop a high emotional IQ? You know what to be emotional about and you know what not to be emotional about. Some people, right? Let's take it. When you was a little kid, and you watch somebody get killed on TV or you watch something bad in a movie, it always scared you. But nowadays, you can watch somebody probably die in front of you and you have no emotion to it because you've been so desensitized to it. You know, when you see something bad happens to people now, it's more entertaining and funny in a way because you have no other emotion to express how sad you are. The only type of people that get sad are people that are disconnected from reality and inside of some loom where they're not seeing what everyone else is seeing. But for the most part, a lot of you guys have a high emotional IQ because you just ain't got time to feel beta no more. Your red pill rage has kicked in. So to you, she start acting stupid. You're not going to get bent out of shape. You don't feel like you need to come online and stress your emotions anymore. You're not posting and tweeting emotional stuff so everybody knows that you're going through something emotionally and they're telling you about their problems. You stop that. You stop complaining. You stop being bitter and you start getting up and start doing something with your life. Well, guess what? Your emotional IQ becomes so tough that it makes you have an alpha aura, which is what a lot of you guys need to get around to, is that alpha aura. Women can read that alpha aura. You don't believe me? All of you have some type of female friend. A female friend would tell you a woman can walk in the room and there be 100 guys in there. When she walks through that room, if no guy says anything out of their mouth, she's gonna know who's alpha and who's not just by looking through their eyes. That's something that a woman could do. You guys don't understand. Most women have superpowers over you. When they get to you and their superpowers not working, that's when you become attractive. When you have high emotional IQ, you become super attractive to a woman because now she believes that you're strong enough to correct her. Because one thing that a woman will say, this guy is not strong enough for me. But when you got a high emotional IQ, you're too strong for her. Next, you don't believe in love anymore. You believe in logically understanding what it takes to live in life. All right? You could possibly be with a woman, but you'll understand that, hey, if she's working and she's in a career, there's no reason for you guys to get married. If you don't want kids and she don't want kids, there's no reason to get married. If you ain't planning on taking on the full responsibility of all the bills so she can sit at home and take care of the kids, you're not gonna get married. See, all that fairy tale works in your 20s. When you get inside of your 30s, and a lot of you guys, you're starting to age psychologically faster because you are on these channels. But when you get to a certain level of life, love is nothing but compromising and accepting the negative traits. That's all it is. The fairy tale stuff is not there. Majority of the people that's going to love you are going to be the ones that you don't love back. Understand what I'm telling you. You know how many people out here are willing to die for celebrities that they never even met before? All due to the simple fact they just don't have no connection to them. They're fascinated with them, but they don't know them well enough to hate them. Like with me, I messed up in Hollywood. What messed me up in Hollywood, being behind the scenes, is meeting all the celebrities. And the sad part is to meet your favorite rapper and they be lame as hell. Just because the niggas is doing rap videos or somebody may drive a fancy car or somebody may have all the money, don't make them a cool person. You either got swag or not. I've been around people who are artists and basic people that gives you the best conversations and you have the best time with. This is why real niggas still like to go back to the hood just to hang out with regular people, but not really go back there and stay there, because in the hood, you feel genuine because you still hold on to that emotion. The sad part about that you get too close, them wolves come out. You got to be able to move in a room full of vultures. So understand, women are going to start coming for you in 2022 if you have any of these traits, because they're desperately in need of leadership. And leadership to them is a man who can control his emotions and gain success at the same time. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hafsa Beast.